If you have watched our last video on the introduction to tax essentials and brief history of tax in Nigeria, you should already know what we are discussing today. But if you haven't, then here is the summary in the quote of Oliver Wendell Holmes Jr. Taxes are what we pay for civilized society. This quote encompasses what we stated as the purpose of taxation, which is that taxation is the lifeblood that sustains governments worldwide and facilitates public infrastructure development. In this video, we will take a closer look at Nigerian tax system, including the legal framework for taxation, the fundamental principles of taxation, and the various tax laws in the country. So stay with us to the end. Hi, my name is Olatunji Abdulrazak. I am the founder and CEO of taxmobile.online. Welcome to my YouTube channel, A Stitch in Tax Saves Cash. This channel is dedicated to helping you stay on top of your taxes. We will provide you with tips and strategies to help you keep more money in your pocket and minimize your tax liability while you stay in compliance with tax laws. So if you want to start taking control of your finances from today, hit the subscribe button now and click the notification bell to stay updated on our videos. Let's start by explaining what is meant by legal framework of taxation. Legal framework of taxation refers to the set of laws, regulations, and principles that govern the administration of taxes in a country. It is designed to ensure that the taxes are levied and collected in a fair, transparent, and efficient manner. It provides the legal basis for imposing taxes, collecting revenue, and resolving disputes between the taxpayers and tax authorities. To understand the legal framework of taxation in Nigeria, you need to understand the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. The Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, which was enacted in 1999, is the supreme law of Nigeria, which provides the legal basis for the governance and operation of the country. The Constitution outlines the principles, structures, and functions of the government, as well as the rights and duties of Nigerian citizens. The Constitution presides over several aspects of the Nigerian government structure, including establishment of the three branches of government, separation of power among the branches, distribution of power among them, protection of fundamental rights, and guiding the overall governance of the country. The three branches are the legislative, executive, and judicial branches. The legislative branch, which is the National Assembly, consists of the Senate and House of Representatives, and it is responsible for making laws for the Federation. The executive branch is led by the president, who is assisted by ministers and officials. And the judicial branch, which includes the Supreme Court as the highest court in the land, is responsible for interpreting laws and settling disputes. In summary, the Constitution serves as the foundational legal document that establishes the structure of government, defines the separation of powers, protects fundamental rights, and guides the overall governance of the country. Now, let's move on to the concept of taxing powers. It refers to the authority granted to a specific tier of government to levy taxes through its own legislative measures. The authority encompasses the ability to enact tax laws, establish the terms and conditions for tax collection, and ensure the proper administration of the tax. The key elements of this definition can be explained as follows. Imposition of tax by law. This implies that a particular level of government, whether it be federal, state, or local, has the legal authority to create and implement tax laws. These laws define the type of taxes, specify the taxable entities or activities, and set the rate at which taxes are to be levied. Prescription of conditions. The entity with taxing powers has the right to prescribe conditions governing the collection and administration of taxes. This involves specifying the rules and procedures that taxpayers must follow, including deadlines for payment, method of collection, and any other relevant requirements. Administration by one or another tier's agency. The entity with taxing power can choose to administer the tax through its own agency or delegate this responsibility to an agency of another tier of government. This flexibility allows for different levels of government to collaborate in tax administration, fostering efficiency and cooperation in revenue collection. Decentralized governance. The concept implies a decentralized approach to governance, wherein different tiers of government have the autonomy to enact and administer taxes. This aligns with the principles of federalism, where each tier of government has its own sphere of influence and responsibilities. Collaboration and coordination. While each tier of government has the power to impose taxes independently, the system allows for collaboration and coordination, especially when it comes to the administration of taxes. This may involve joint efforts, shared resources, or the establishment of mechanisms such as intergovernmental agencies to ensure effective tax collection. Resource mobilization. Taxing power is fundamental to the ability of a government to mobilize resources for public expenditure. It provides a legal framework for government to generate revenue needed to fund essential services, infrastructure development, and other public goods. In summary, taxing power signifies the legal authority of a particular tier of government to enact and administer taxes. It encompasses the ability to legislate on tax matters, set conditions for tax collection, and decide whether tax administration will be carried out by its own agency or delegated to another tier of government. Moving on to fundamental principles of taxation enshrined in the Constitution. If you earn income within Nigeria or operate a company in the country, you are responsible for meeting your tax obligations. This duty applies to individuals and entities, such as employees, businesses, and companies. Non-compliance with tax obligations, whether through the failure to deduct and remit taxes or the non-payment of due taxes, result in severe fines and penalties. Similar to other nations, the primary objective of the Nigerian tax system is revenue generation. This revenue sustains government operation at all levels and facilitates public infrastructure development. The achievement of an effective tax drive hinges on the implementation of an efficient tax administration and continuous reforms in the tax system. This measure contributes to a revenue collection, and they also foster a culture of taxation, mitigating instances of corruption and tax evasion. The Constitution of Nigeria enshrines fundamental principles of taxation that serves as guiding principles for the formulation and implementation of tax laws. These principles are essential for ensuring fairness, equity, and transparency in the tax system. And they are: 1. Equity and fairness. This means that individuals and businesses with higher incomes contribute proportionally more. 2. Certainty. The tax law should be clear, predictable, and easily understandable, providing taxpayers with a sense of certainty regarding their tax obligations. 3. Convenience. The tax system should be convenient for taxpayers, thereby facilitating easy compliance and minimizing administrative burdens for taxpayers. 4. Economy. The costs of tax administration should be reasonable and proportionate to the revenue generated, thereby promoting efficiency in tax collection. In understanding these principles, we gain insight into the foundation of the Nigerian tax system and the principles that underpin its equitable and effective operation. Now, let's take a look at key tax laws in Nigeria. Over the years, Nigeria has implemented various tax laws that encompass a range of taxes. A comprehensive review of these tax laws provides insights into the diverse landscape in the country. Let's start with company income tax. This is levied on the overall profit of companies. It is administered by the Federal Inland Revenue Service and regulated by the Company Income Tax Act. Personal income tax. This is imposed on income of individuals, communities, families, trustees, and others. Value added tax. This is a 7.5% tax charge on the sale of specified goods and services, customs and excise duties. Education tax. Petroleum profit tax. To learn more about the relevant tax authorities that administer these taxes, read the description of this video. And there you have it, a comprehensive journey through Nigeria's legal framework and tax laws. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more insightful content. Also remember to watch our previous videos.